Hello and welcome to the very first of what I hope will be a weekly Reiki quiz. This is just a fun quiz, so you're going to need a piece of paper and a pen to write down your answers, and I'm going to give you 10 questions, multiple choice questions, and then at the end I'm going to give you the answers. Okay, so if you're ready, the first question, and of course our very first live Reiki quiz broadcast, the first question has to be, what is Reiki? Is it, I need to put my glasses on for this, read my notes would help. So what is Reiki? Is it a Chinese healing method, a Tibetan meditation and healing method, a Japanese spiritual development system that incorporates healing, or a Taoist martial art? So you've got 30 seconds. Fantastic. Okay, and question 2. Let me just reset my timer. It's all high tech here. Let's reset my timer and ask you question 2. Okay, the system of Reiki was popularized by Mikao Usui. Did Usui rediscover Reiki? So that's A, rediscover Reiki. B, create it himself. C, learn it from his teacher. Or D, channel it from a highly evolved spiritual being in another dimension. Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds to think about that and write your answer down. Fantastic. Love that countdown clock. And question 3. Okay. How is a Reiki treatment predominantly given? Is it A, by following the guidance of a spirit guide? B, by the laying on of hands and intuitively following the flow of energy to places of greatest need? C, through massage techniques that manipulate various energy points and muscle blocks in the body? Or D, through the placement of crystals at various locations on the body? Okay, 30 seconds starting now. Okay, so question 4. Do spirit guides, or as they're sometimes known as Reiki guides, have anything to do with Usui's system of Reiki? Is the answer yes, all Reiki practitioners have their own Reiki guides ready to help them? Or B, I'm not sure, but I will ask my spirit guide? Or C, no, spirit guides and the concept of Reiki guides is a Western New Age bolt-on that has nothing to do with Reiki. Or D, spirit guides called yokai in Japanese were a part of Usui's original Reiki system. Okay, have a think about that one. Is that a trick question? Here is your 30 seconds. Okay, so we're halfway there. Question 5 coming up. How many Reiki masters did Hawayo Takata train? Is it A, none, B, 46, C, thousands, D, 22? Okay, have a think. You've got 30 seconds to get your answer written down. I'm not very good with this countdown clock. Okay, question 6. Who first published the Reiki symbols in a book? It's a trick question, this one. Was it A, A.J. Mackenzie Clay, B, William Lee Rand, C, Diane Stein, or D, Hawayo Takata? 30 seconds. So have a think and get your answer written down. Okay, I hope you managed to get that written down. Next question, question 7. This is an easy one. What religion was Mikao Usui? Was he A, a Christian, B, a Buddhist, C, a Muslim, or D, a pagan? Really easy question for you there. 30 seconds though, for those of you that need to think about that. Okay, I need an assistant, don't I, to do this countdown clock. Okay, I hope you managed to figure that one out. Question 8. This one's not so easy. You need to be a bit of a Reiki geek to know the answer to this one. Who wrote the book Reiki, Healing Yourself and Others? It's quite an oldish book now. Was it A, Frank Petter? Was it B, Paula Horan? Was it C, Marsha Burak? Or D, Walter Lubeck? Yeah, not such an easy question. used to love that tune. Right at the beginning of this quiz, I really liked that countdown. I'm starting to get fed up with it already. Okay, question 9. This should be quite easy, but let's see. 2 of the Reiki symbols are written in Japanese script. What is that script called? Is it A, kanji? Is it B, hieroglyphics? Is it C, calligraphy? Or is it D, JavaScript? Okay, if you can have a think about that one. Okay, last question for this week coming up. Symbol number 1 in the Reiki system. Symbol number 1 in the Reiki system is sometimes known as A, the power symbol, or B, the emperor's symbol, or C, the healing symbol, or D, the great bright light. Have a think about that one. I'm going to see if I can find you a different timer to listen to. Maybe it's the same one. It is the same one. Okay, fantastic. So there are this week's 10 questions. I hope you got your answers written down. So here are the answers. Question 1. Question 1 was, obviously, what is Reiki? Was it A, a Chinese healing method? B, a Tibetan meditation and healing method? C, a Japanese spiritual development system that incorporates healing? Or D, a Taoist martial art? It was, in fact, C, a Japanese spiritual development system that incorporates healing. Okay, I hope you managed to get that one. If you didn't get that one, what are you doing watching this quiz? Okay, number 2. The system of Reiki was popularised by Mikao Usui. Did Usui rediscover Reiki? That was A, rediscover Reiki. B, create it himself. C, learn it from his teacher. Or D, channel it from a highly evolved spiritual being in another dimension. The answer was B, he created it himself. Okay. Question 3. How is a Reiki treatment predominantly given? Is it A, by following the guidance of a spirit guide? B, by the laying on of hands and intuitively following the flow of energy to places of greatest need? Or C, through massage techniques that manipulate various energy points and muscle blocks in the body? Or D, through the placement of crystals at various locations on the body? Well, if you've been doing any work with Reiki as a healing therapy, then you'll know that the answer is B, by the laying on of hands and intuitively following the flow of energy to places of greatest need. Okay, so moving on to question 4. Do spirit guides, or Reiki guides as they're sometimes known, have anything to do with Usui's system of Reiki? Is the answer A, yes, all Reiki practitioners have their own Reiki guides ready to help them? Or B, I'm not sure, but I will ask my spirit guide. Or C, no, spirit guides and the concept of Reiki guides is a Western New Age bolt-on that has nothing to do with Reiki. Or D, spirit guides called yokai in Japanese were a part of Usui's original Reiki system. The answer was C. No, spirit guides and the concept of Reiki guides is just a Western New Age bolt-on. It has nothing to do with Usui's system of Reiki. Question 5, we're halfway there, almost. How many Reiki masters did Hayao Takata train? Was it A, none, B, 46, C, thousands, or D, 22? It was 22. Mrs. Takata, the woman who brought Reiki to the West, trained 22 Reiki masters. Okay, question 6. Who first published the Reiki symbols in a book? A long time before they were all over the internet. Was it A, A.J. Mackenzie Clay, or B, William Lee Rand, or C, Diane Stein, or D, Hayao Takata? Well, I'm guessing that quite a lot of people put down Diane Stein, but no, it wasn't Diane Stein. A.J. Mackenzie Clay, an Australian Reiki master, beat her to it. He was the first one to publish the symbols in a book. Question 7, very easy one, very easy question this. What religion was Mikao Usui? Was he A, a Christian, B, a Buddhist, C, a Muslim, or D, a pagan? He was a Buddhist. Mikao Usui was a Buddhist. There's lots of arguments about what type of Buddhist he was, but there's a general acceptance that he was in fact a Buddhist. Okay, question 8. This, as I said earlier, this is for the Reiki geeks out there. You may not know this one, but I'm throwing this out for you. Who wrote the book Reiki, Healing Yourself and Others? Was it A, Frank Petter, B, Paula Horan, C, Marsha Burak, or D, Walter Lubeck? It was in fact Marsha Burak, C, Marsha Burak. It's a great little book, actually. Came out a long time ago. It was one of the early books on Reiki, but it's a good book, well worth a read. Question 9. 2 of the Reiki symbols are written in Japanese script. What is that script called? Is it A, kanji? Is it B, hieroglyphics? C, calligraphy? Or D, JavaScript? I'm sure that's got a few people puzzled, but actually the answer is A, kanji. Japanese script is referred to as known as kanji. Okay, and the final question for this week. Symbol number 1 in the Reiki system is sometimes known as A, the power symbol, B, the emperor's symbol, C, the healing symbol, or D, the great bright light. Okay, quite an easy one, I think, but maybe not for some people. It's actually known as A, the power symbol. It's often known as the power symbol. So I hope you enjoyed that little Reiki quiz, 10 questions for you, and I hope to be back about the same time next week with another 10 questions. I've actually got them all written down ready because I planned to do 20 questions tonight. I thought it's too long. So I do have 10 questions ready for you already for next week. And I hope with much more control over the timer for you. But it was good to see you and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Take care. Bye-bye.